Charns, and I am the owner of the Namaste Council and the Namaste Getaway. I am a yoga therapist, and as a yoga therapist, physical yoga is just a very small part of what I do. And what I wanted to offer today is a healing and unity type of a meditation, because today, when I'm releasing this video, is the day after Election Day in the United States. And I don't know at this point, as I record this, whether or not we know who will have won the election. But regardless, there is going to be a lot of discontent from people on both sides, on both parties. And so that's why I wanted to offer this unity healing type of meditation. So before I begin, I just wanted to mention that this is ideal to do in a quiet room, and you should be comfortable. I like to do this seated, as I am right now, cross-legged, but you can be in a chair, you can be lying down on your bed, you can be lying down on the floor, whatever makes you comfortable. And if this isn't a good time to do this, please return to this when you can have some time to just really go inward and chill out. And so I am going to begin. And I'm going to just move this in a little bit closer so that you pay more attention to the Buddha's image than to me, because I'm just kind of relaying some of the messages. So again, I want you to get comfortable. And however that may be, lying down, sitting, whatever is right, on your back, on your belly. But I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to focus on your breath. And I want you to inhale and exhale through your nose. And really try to have the breath as long and as slow as possible. So I'm going to take a couple of deep breaths, which hopefully you can hear. And of course you do what is right for you, but I'm just going to give you an idea. So you continue on your own as I talk to you. You don't have to make sound when you breathe. If you choose, you can. But I do want you to try to have your exhalation longer than your inhalation. That is so that the parasympathetic system kicks in. And so it's basically kind of like you're taking a chill pill. So continue several more deep breaths. And again, exhale as slowly as possible. Try to have your jaw relaxed. You don't want your teeth to be touching the top to the bottom. Also, feel as if your tongue is floating in the middle of your mouth. And just feel as if those eyelids are just very gently closed. So it's not tightly closed, but it's comfortably closed. And wherever you are, if you're seated or if you're lying down, just feel as if your body weighs 1,000 pounds and you're just sinking and sinking and sinking, which is to help you to get grounded. And to start, I'm going to read something which is from Radhanath Swami, an American Swami living in India. And this is about relationships and perception. We may not be able to control the environment around us, but we can control our perceptions and our interactions with others. How we interpret our experiences determines what our experiences will be. So keep taking some deep inhalations through your nose and exhale through your nose. With every inhalation, I want you to really feel as if your lungs and your entire body is expanding with kindness. With the kindness that you are giving yourself. And the kindness that you are sharing with loved ones. And the kindness that you are sharing with the world. Continue to focus on the kindness with every inhalation. And with your exhalations, I want you to focus on releasing any tension, any discomfort, any chaos that may be around you, anything that is not complete calm. Release it with all of your exhalations. So you inhale calm and you exhale any tension or chaos. Continue doing that, really filling up the lungs and every single cell of your body with that peace and calm. And I'm going to reread what I read to you before. We may not be able to control the environment around us, but we can control our perceptions and our interactions with others. How we interpret our experiences determines what our experiences will be. In the next few inhalations, I want you to imagine that there is discontent, discomfort, tension surrounding you. But I want you to envision yourself surrounded maybe by white lights, or maybe you're surrounded by the image of the Buddha. And just feel as if the white light or the image of the Buddha is protecting you. And it's separating you from anything that is not pure peace and calm. So there can be utter chaos, there can be anger, there can be hostility, there can be all of that outside of your white light or outside the image of the Buddha. But between that white light or the Buddha and yourself is an ocean of calm. And with your inhalations and exhalations, feel that ocean of calm circulating through your entire body. Keep taking long, deep inhalations through your nose. Long, deep exhalations through your nose. Feel your lungs expand with the inhalation. Feel your belly expand with the inhalation. And with your exhalations, squeeze out everything. So, breath work is one of the greatest ways to achieve calm. If there's any anxiety surrounding you, your breath is your ally. And this is one example. Sometimes pain, whether it's physical, emotional, whether it's environmental, whether it's conflict, it can trigger a lot. And the entire election campaign season has been triggering a lot of discontent and discomfort for many. And so I want you to again imagine yourself within that white light. You are protected by the white light or by the image of the Buddha. And remember that you are blessed. Remember that you are part of the universe. And everyone and everything is a part of the universe. We are all connected. And I also want you to remember that each one of us is just a tiny speck of dust in comparison to the enormity of the universe. And I'm going to read something else to you from Radhanath Swami. So continue to focus on those deep inhalations and exhalations, surrounding yourself with the white light or with the image of the Buddha. And this is about self-awareness. Becoming self-aware allows you to feel compassion for others because you come to understand that they too are souls struggling to recall their higher nature. And as you focus on the breath, I want you to recognize that those to whom you do not share the same concepts, the same values, the same beliefs, recognize that each one of us and them, we are all souls struggling to recall their higher nature. And I want you to focus on deep love. Maybe it's deep love for a family member, for a close relative, or a close friend, or a loving partner. And I want you to extend all the positive vibrations and the calm that are within that white light or within what's being behind and separated from the exterior by the Buddha. And I want you to share all of the loving kindness that you have and all of the calm with one of those loved ones. So feel as if that white light is morphing to connect with that loved one, or feel as if the image of the Buddha is expanding so that both of you are within that protection. And you are protected from anything outside that is not calm and loving and peaceful. And just share that loving kindness with your loved one. With every inhalation, feel as if that love in your heart is expanding. Feel as if the love in your heart is expanding all the way out to the sides. And with your each exhalation, feel as if you're sharing that love with your loved one. And now we are going to focus on someone who we don't know. It could be someone in another town. It could be somebody down the street. And we don't know what they think. We don't know how they act. But I want you to recognize that we are all related. We are all connected. And I'm going to read Radhanath Swami's words of wisdom again. Becoming self-aware allows you to feel compassion for others because you come to understand that they too are souls struggling to recall their higher nature. So I want you to think of that person that you don't really know and just connect with them as being another soul struggling to recall their higher nature. And recognize that we are all one. We are unified. We all come from the same source. We are all one race. The concept of different races is a social construct. It is not science. We are all human beings. And I want you to focus on that peace and calm that you have within, that white light or behind the Buddha. And I want you to feel that loving kindness grow in your heart. And feel the loving kindness being transmitted, beamed like a laser that goes all the way to the next block, or all the way across town, or all the way to the other side of the world, and share that loving kindness through that laser beam with one person that you don't know, but recognizing that we are all the same. Ek, Om, Kar. We are all one. And continue to focus on that breath, inhaling and exhaling deeply. If you feel any frustrations or emotions that are negative, with your exhalation, release them. There is no place for frustration. There is no place for negative emotions. Only allow serenity to reign within you, and share that serenity with the person across the street, down the street, across town, whomever that you do not know. We all need serenity. We all need that inner peace. We all need self-awareness. And again, continue to focus on your breath. As I mentioned before, your breath is your ally. When we focus on our breath, we can often find relief. You can do this anywhere, anytime. You can be in your car, go to a parking lot. You can be at a party, go into the bathroom and just find some quiet space to find your breath. You can do this in the work spot. Just turn off your phone and just focus on the breath and positive visualization, loving kindness, and serenity. As I said, when you stay focused on your breath, you allow your awareness to center on the inner, on the higher, on what's really important. And the only thing that is really important in this life is your breath. You can live without food for a while. You can live without water for a while. You cannot live very long without your breath. And understand that your breath is what regulates your emotions. Slow breathing, deep breathing, and especially with a longer exhalation, is what brings you calm. Let yourself really feel the breath. And now I want you to continue feeling that beautiful sense of calm. And I want you to focus on someone who you feel sorry for. Maybe you feel sorry for them because they don't believe the same things you believe. Maybe you feel sorry for them because they have physical pain, or they have different challenges. But I want you to share that loving kindness from within your heart with that person. So again, you inhale peace, calm, and serenity, and you exhale it, sharing it with that person that you feel sorry for. And continue this breath. And remember that we are all unique like snowflakes. Of course, our fingerprints demonstrate that no two human beings are alike. And because of that, no two human beings will have the same thought processes as the other. So recognize that it is completely normal for everyone to have differences of opinion. And in particular, because today is election day or the day after election day, I want you to recognize that no one person's thoughts or belief systems are correct. We are all unique. And there is no way that we can judge. And remember that we are all related. We are all from the same source, the Creator. Again, we are all one. Ek Omkar. And I'm going to reread Radhanath Swami's words. Becoming self-aware allows you to feel compassion for others because you come to understand that they too are souls struggling to recall their higher nature. And now I want you to focus on someone who you have disagreements with. Maybe it's a relative who has different political opinions than yourself. Maybe it's a coworker or a friend who you have great relationship or who you love, but you don't see eye to eye when it comes to politics. Maybe it's your neighbor. Maybe it's one of the politicians who just seems to kind of be like chalk on the wall, chalk on the blackboard. But I want you to recognize that we are all equal. None of us is perfect. We all have faults, and yet we are all beautiful because we all are from the same source, from the Creator. So with your inhalation, focus on that loving kindness and the sense of calm and serenity. And on the exhalation, share the peace and calm that you feel and the love that you feel with the person that you do not agree with. And recognize the connection because we are all connected. And maybe you feel a little bit more uncomfortable physically, stiff or tightness in your chest when you are doing this versus when you are thinking of other people. If this is uncomfortable, that is common, and recognize that that is just the challenge that you face because it is harder for you. If it's extremely uncomfortable, go back to someone you feel more comfortable visualizing. I want you to continue with this breath, and I want you to continue with this visualization. But I want you to take your right hand and place it on your heart. And you're going to take your left hand and place it on top of the right hand. And keep your eyes closed and just feel the connection between the heart and the palms of your hands. Feel the heat from the hands warm up the heart. And feel the power and the love from your heart connecting to those hands. Take a couple more deep breaths. And then with your next exhalation, you're going to reach your hands straight out, palms forward, and imagine that you are sharing that energy with the universe. And at this point, you can open up your eyes. And I want you to just feel as if you are connecting your hands to mine, and also imagine that you are connecting your hands to others outside. Maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a loved one, maybe it's a neighbor, maybe it's someone you don't care for as much. And again, recognize your fingertips and that everyone's fingertips are different, and yet we are all the same. We are all unique, and yet we are all the same. Ek Onkar, we are one. And now we're going to take both hands and bring them in prayer to your heart and bow your head. Take a few deep breaths and feel your heart push against your hands. Feel as if your spine is lengthening. And hopefully you feel extremely relaxed, and I hope that you can go back to this sensation anytime you are feeling any discomfort, discontent, or anxiety. So again, I am Deborah Charnes of the Namaste Council and the Namaste Getaway in Wimberley, Texas. And I do virtual consults for yoga therapy, and I do virtual meditation, and I do virtual everything in terms of what is therapy. I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also to please check out some of my prior videos, in particular the ones that are what is yoga therapy and what is not yoga therapy. And also follow me on Instagram, which is the same, Deborah Charnes. And my website and Facebook pages will be in the descriptions. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you can find peace today, and please share this with someone else that you think can benefit. From my heart to yours, Namaste.